Have you heard anything from the government meetings around any concessions for the spouses to actually touch
Oh,
each other?
they are talking with the spouses now. Um, Things have been going back and forth with these government meetings. They're talking about one thing, then they go to something else, and they come back, and then they go there, and they. It's very confusing this time. A lot of repeats, a lot of things being repeated, and I think that's because new people arrive every day, and old people are gone. So they didn't hear what was said the day before, and so they bring up old subject matter, which the governments get a little bit upset with, but that's all right. The thing is about the 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 marriage and that kind of thing is that they are still saying that there are some of them that are saying whatever happened in the astral stays there. But the other thing that are being said is that, well, if there is such a thing as this marriage, which it appears that there must be because of so much response, then we must find a way uh, to take care of that. And they don't want to usher in first contact quite yet. So they're saying, well, maybe we'll make a place. Maybe we'll have a place on Earth that we can bring people to, that they can meet. The only problem with that, they're having a problem with that because that means that people from all over the Earth would have to be transported to this place because they are not going to have the aliens, such as us, go everywhere on Earth. So they need a way that we can, or they can get everyone together in one spot. And now they won't be able to do that for a lot of people at once. So they figure if this ever comes about, that maybe 5 or 6 couples will meet at a time. But that did not satisfy those that outside here, because that means a huge wait for those that are uh, not having their time right away. It would be if they're going to spend, if they're asking for 1 week together, then 1 week for 5 different couples when there's many, many, many couples means that there's going to be a long wait between visits.
Well, and you would think they'd have to have at least one facility per major continent.
They're not even working on building any yet. They're still discussing it. So, yes, they have discussed that as well. They're still discussing it. And this would take millions of dollars, they would say, to build these places and transporters. We're going, what do you need transporters for? We'll come in on our own. You just need a transporter base. You don't need we'll make the transporters for you. We'll do that. You don't have to worry about that. We'll take care of that. But they weren't very happy about that. So they want the technology to do it on their own. But we won't give them that. Not quite yet. They do have it. They are working on the beginning of transporter technology, but they do not have it yet. And to have it too soon is not a good thing. Believe me. And there's reasons for that. So anyway, my dear, they're still discussing it in great details. But at least they have some thoughts about it. And that makes me happy because at one point they wouldn't even discuss it.
Yes, that's good. Anything else encouraging from the government meetings?
Just that they seem closer to an understanding of what first contact would mean for their world, for your world, I should say. And that it's becoming a need almost. to reach out into the universe or into the galaxy. One thing I want to mention to you is no one from the United States has shown up at these galactic meetings.
That's disappointing.
That's completely unacceptable, really. But your President Trump is not interested in it at all. And so he is not permitting anyone to be at the meetings. He is interested in overthrowing your government. And I would not be surprised if he succeeds.
That's scary and surprising.
It's scary, but do you see where he has come already? He has gotten 17 of your states to agree to overthrow the results in 4 states. He got attorney generals from 17 different states to sign up on a lawsuit to overthrow the voting and the election results in Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Georgia.
Well, so far the courts have not been very receptive to those attempts,
And I hope they won't. But that's still there. That's been just sent to the Supreme Court,
which he has stacked recently, which is scary.
Yes. So you might be in for a rough ride eventually. Because you know he can't lose. He's psychologically twisted. So anyway, my dear, I'm just giving you a heads up. The thing is,
a greater understanding of why things may get more difficult quickly.
The other thing is, he's also calling on Congress to overturn those states when it comes to verifying the Electoral College. So this could be thrown over by Congress. This is a very scary time for your people. I understand that. So, and so that's why he is not even available, because he's working on overthrowing the government. And so that's of no importance to him. Yes, I know. Scary, isn't it?
Yeah, well, regardless of whatever mischief Trump gets into, eventually first contact has to happen.
Oh, yes. We are looking forward to that. It may not be on your soil, though. Maybe on other grounds, such as European soil or Australian soil. But maybe it'll be taken over. We'll just take over the technologies. That was one thing that was. There's still many different ways that they are talking about to have first contact.
Is it still possible that at some point, if the will of the majority of the people is for it, that the government their concerns can be overridden?
If there is enough of the people of your planet that is for it, we won't even care about what the government say.
Well,
but it has to be a good percentage.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, with the suppression of the truth, not very many people even know that they have a choice to make.
That's true. It is a sad time for your peoples. I do not relish being you at this time. There might be some very difficult times ahead.